Imagine this: you muster up the courage to send that message or invite her to hang out, but all you receive in response is silence, a void that seems to grow louder with every passing second. It's a situation many of us know all too well, but what if, instead of feeling lost and helpless, you could handle this with grace and confidence? Is it possible to find peace in such awkward or emotional moments? The answer lies in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. This philosophy isn't about suppressing emotions, but rather understanding them and responding to them with clarity and calmness. Stoicism provides a framework for managing our thoughts and reactions, especially when faced with the unsettling feeling of being ignored. So how can this age-old wisdom guide our actions in the modern dance of relationships? Stay with us as we explore how cultivating a Stoic mindset can transform how you respond to being ignored, enhancing your resilience and maintaining your dignity. By the end of this video, you'll have not only a deeper understanding of Stoicism, but also practical strategies to apply when you need them the most. Embracing the Stoic mindset involves a shift in how we experience and manage our emotions. The first step is to cultivate self-control, which is about understanding that while we can't always dictate what happens to us, we do have the power over how we respond. Imagine a scenario where, instead of reacting impulsively or feeling overwhelmed, you can pause and reflect on what's really happening. This pause can make all the difference. By practicing self-control, you foster a sense of calm that allows you to navigate emotionally charged situations with ease. These are the core elements of Stoic philosophy. Emotional resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to bounce back from feelings of rejection or being ignored. It's like building a mental muscle that becomes stronger each time you choose not to let external events dictate your inner peace. With a Stoic mindset, you learn to view such situations not as personal failures but as opportunities to exercise patience and understanding. You begin to realize that the power of the Stoic approach lies in maintaining your composure and dignity, even when faced with uncertainty or silence. Instead of seeking external validation, you turn inward to find strength and clarity. Ultimately, embracing this mindset empowers you to move through life with a sense of purpose and tranquility, regardless of the circumstances. Understanding the perceptions we hold is key to mastering our emotions. It's amazing how our initial interpretations can shape our entire emotional experience. Imagine you're ignored by someone you care about. The automatic conclusion might be that you're not worthy of attention or that you've done something wrong. But the Stoic approach asks us to step back and question these perceptions. What if being ignored is not about you at all? What if it's just a reflection of the other person's current state or circumstances? By reassessing our interpretations, we can begin to separate our sense of self-worth from external events. This doesn't mean dismissing the situation entirely, but rather approaching it with curiosity and openness. Could it be that her lack of response is due to being overwhelmed with her own life, or perhaps she's unsure how to communicate her feelings? In doing so, we free ourselves from unnecessary emotional turmoil. The act of being ignored is not an inherent measure of your value. Remember, our perceptions are just that, perceptions. By challenging them, we gain clarity and emotional freedom. Instead of allowing assumptions to lead to distress, we can focus on maintaining our inner peace, confident in the understanding that our worth is not determined by the actions of others. This shift in viewpoint transforms potential sources of anxiety into opportunities for personal growth and deeper understanding. Focus on what you can control is a fundamental Stoic teaching, and it offers profound relief in situations where you feel ignored. Picture this scenario: you're waiting for a response that doesn't come. It's easy to spiral into frustration, but Stoicism invites us to shift our focus. You see, the primary Stoic insight is that while we can't dictate others' actions or reactions, we do have full control over our own actions and responses. Think of it this way: you can't control whether someone replies to your message, but you can control how you choose to react to the silence. Perhaps instead of reacting with worry or anger, you decide to invest your energy into something productive or joyful, something that you value and that brings you happiness. By channeling your energy into areas where you have control, you not only preserve your peace but also enhance your well-being. This isn't about being indifferent, it's about reclaiming your power over your state of mind. When you let go of trying to control external outcomes, you develop resilience and learn to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. This principle is like steering a ship through a storm. You can't control the wind or waves, but you can adjust your sails and navigate your course. In doing so, you remain calm and focused, knowing that your efforts are directed towards what truly matters. By embracing this mindset, you transform potential stressors into mere ripples on the surface of your tranquil inner sea. The practice of emotional detachment is a powerful tool when faced with the discomfort of being ignored. Imagine it as creating a kind of mental buffer, a protective space between you and the situation. This isn't about becoming cold or uninterested, but rather about not allowing your emotions to dictate your every response. Emotional detachment helps you observe interactions more objectively, reducing the weight of over-attachment that can often lead to unnecessary pain. Picture yourself as a spectator of your own emotions, watching them without judgment or immediate reaction. When someone ignores you, this mental distance enables you to assess the situation without being swayed by intense feelings. One effective way to cultivate this healthy emotional distance is through mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, you can train yourself to notice when emotions are rising and gently guide your focus back to the present moment, free from the clutter of assumptions and fears. Another practical tip is to engage in activities that ground you, such as deep breathing or a simple walk, which can recalibrate your emotional state. These rituals reinforce the idea that your peace is not dependent on external validation, allowing you to interact with others from a place of strength and clarity. Remember, emotional detachment does not mean indifference. It means caring deeply without becoming lost in the emotions of the moment. By nurturing this practice, you gain the freedom to respond rather than react, enhancing your resilience and inner calm, even when the external world is not as you'd wish it to be. Reframing negative thoughts is an empowering Stoic practice that can transform your reaction to being ignored. Let's imagine the initial wave of disappointment or frustration that hits when you don't get a response. Instead of letting those feelings spiral into self-doubt or anger, what if you could redirect them into something constructive? This is exactly what Stoicism encourages us to do. By training our minds to challenge and reshape those initial negative thoughts, we create room for growth and positivity. Picture this: you start by acknowledging the negative reaction without judgment. It's okay to feel upset, but then ask yourself, what is truly within my control here? By focusing on what you can change, like your mindset and actions, you empower yourself. What if, instead of seeing silence as rejection, you consider it an opportunity for introspection or to engage in activities that enrich your life? A simple yet effective strategy is to consciously replace each negative thought with a positive one or a constructive action. For example, if you think, she's ignoring me because I'm not interesting enough, reframe it to, this is a chance to explore my interests and become more of the person I want to be. By doing so, you transform potential setbacks into stepping stones for personal development. Practicing gratitude can also aid in this transformation. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, fostering a mindset that appreciates what you have rather than what you miss. So, the next time you're confronted with the discomfort of being ignored, use it as an opportunity to cultivate a resilient and positive outlook. Embrace this Stoic practice, and you'll find that reframing negative thoughts is like turning a flashlight on in a dark room. It illuminates possibilities you might not have seen before. guiding you toward a path of greater inner peace and understanding. Adopting a growth perspective is like flipping the script on adversity, viewing it not as a setback but as a stepping stone for personal development. Imagine being ignored as a nudge from life, inviting you to channel your energy into growth and self-improvement. Instead of dwelling on the silence or perceived rejection, what if you used this moment to reflect on your personal goals and aspirations? Take this time to explore new skills, refine your talents, or deepen your knowledge. For example, if you've always wanted to learn an instrument or take up a new hobby, now is the perfect moment. By investing in yourself, you not only enhance your capabilities but also cultivate a sense of fulfillment independent of external validation. This shift in mindset transforms the narrative. It's no longer about what you're lacking, but about what you can gain and achieve on your own terms. Think of athletes who use criticism as motivation to train harder and come back stronger. Similarly, moments of being ignored can fuel your determination and focus, pushing you to excel in areas you may have overlooked. By embracing this viewpoint, you develop resilience, learning to see adversity as a teacher rather than an obstacle. In doing so, you forge a path of continuous improvement and self-awareness. This growth perspective not only enriches your personal journey, but also fortifies your inner strength, enabling you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and grace. Remember, each challenge is an opportunity in disguise, waiting to be transformed into a catalyst for your personal evolution. Reflecting on your values is a profound exercise in understanding what truly matters to you. Imagine your values as the compass that guides you through life's uncertain waters, providing direction when external circumstances become overwhelming. By identifying what you hold dear, you can align your actions and reactions accordingly. Consider a scenario where your core values are respect and honesty. When you're ignored, instead of responding with frustration or resentment, you might choose to act in a way that reflects these values, perhaps by respecting the other person's space and remaining truthful to yourself about how you feel. This alignment offers clarity, empowering you to respond with integrity and grace. Reflecting on your values also means examining how these principles shape your interactions and decisions. Are your actions consistent with what you believe in? This reflection not only strengthens your self-awareness but also reinforces your commitment to living authentically. By staying true to your values, you cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience, knowing that your worth is not dependent on external validation. Instead, it stems from the integrity of living according to your values. This practice fortifies your character, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with unwavering confidence and strength. So next time you face the discomfort of being ignored, take a moment to reflect on your core values and let them guide your path. This alignment encourages a life lived with purpose and fulfillment, turning potential moments of doubt into opportunities for self-discovery and growth. Seek understanding, not validation, as this approach offers a profound shift in how we relate to ourselves and the world around us. Imagine the freedom that comes from not being chained to the opinions or approval of others. Instead of feeling anxious about whether someone acknowledges your worth, what if you focused on understanding them and their circumstances? This Stoic principle invites us to look beyond the surface, asking ourselves why someone might be unresponsive or distant without tying our self-esteem to their actions. By seeking to understand rather than to be validated, you nurture a mindset that is curious and open. Take, for instance, the scenario where a response doesn't come as expected. Instead of viewing it as a reflection of your inadequacy, consider it as an opportunity to explore the dynamics at play. Perhaps there are pressures you're unaware of, or maybe it's simply not the right time for them. This shift in focus from needing approval to gaining insight helps maintain a robust sense of self-worth that isn't easily swayed by external factors. It's about building a foundation of self-esteem that stands strong irrespective of how others react. This doesn't mean you shouldn't value others' opinions, but rather that your self-perception isn't reliant on them. By adopting this mindset, you reinforce your inner confidence and peace. It's a liberating experience that not only fosters deeper connections with others, but also enhances your own personal growth. In essence, seeking understanding over validation transforms interactions into valuable exchanges of empathy and knowledge, enriching both your relationships and your self-awareness. Practicing gratitude and contentment is like unlocking a treasure chest of inner peace and satisfaction. Imagine taking a moment each day to appreciate the simple joys around you, the warmth of sunlight, a good conversation, or the small achievements that often go unnoticed. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a deep sense of fulfillment that doesn't hinge on someone else's actions. This is the beauty of gratitude. It shifts your attention to abundance, highlighting the positives in your life and reminding you that happiness is not found in constant external validation. Contentment, on the other hand, is about accepting and finding joy in the present moment. It's realizing that your well-being is a choice and doesn't depend on external circumstances. Together, these practices reduce the reliance on others for your sense of worth or happiness. Picture this: instead of feeling upset when someone ignores you, you find comfort in the stability of your own life, the connections you cherish, and the progress you've made. This mindset creates a resilience that allows you to navigate life with a light heart, knowing that your happiness is anchored in gratitude and contentment. By embracing these principles, you build a robust foundation of personal joy that endures through life's ups and downs. In essence, gratitude and contentment are like a calming breeze, gently reminding you that you are enough, just as you are, and that the key to joy lies within. The practice of using the present moment is a powerful antidote to the anxiety that often accompanies being ignored. Imagine the relief of shifting your focus from the endless loop of wondering what went wrong to the calming embrace of the here and now. By honing in on the present, you harness the wisdom of Stoicism, which teaches us that life is best understood and appreciated in its immediate experiences. One effective technique is mindful breathing, a simple yet profound way to ground yourself in the present. Picture this: whenever you feel that familiar wave of anxious thoughts, pause and take a deep breath, drawing your attention to the sensation of the air filling your lungs. As you exhale, imagine releasing the tension and concerns that have been crowding your mind. This practice of mindful breathing not only centers your thoughts but also brings clarity and serenity to your emotional landscape. Another present-focused activity could be engaging fully in tasks or hobbies that require your attention, such as painting, gardening, or even a 10-minute mindfulness meditation. These activities draw your focus to the immediate task at hand, leaving little room for ruminating over the silence that troubled you. By immersing yourself in the present, you create a mental space that is both calming and enlightening, freeing you from the chains of past worries or future fears. This approach not only alleviates anxiety but also enriches your life with moments of genuine presence and connection. Through these practices, you cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present moment, enhancing your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. Remember, the present is where your power lies, and by embracing it, you unlock the door to inner peace and understanding. Visualize the worst-case scenario. This Stoic practice, known as negative visualization, invites us to contemplate the possibilities we often fear, helping to prepare ourselves emotionally and reduce their perceived threat. Imagine for a moment the worst that could happen when you're ignored. Perhaps you think it means she's not interested, or maybe you fear rejection. By envisioning these scenarios, you strip them of their power to surprise and unsettle. This process is not about dwelling in negativity, but about facing your fears head-on. By mentally rehearsing the worst-case outcomes, you begin to see them in a different light. This foresight allows you to ask yourself, if this happens, could I handle it? Often you'll find that the answer is yes, as you realize you possess the resilience to cope. It's like rehearsing a play where you're the main character, prepared for any turn the storyline might take. Negative visualization helps to build your mental resilience, reducing anxiety because you're no longer caught off guard. You understand that even if things don't go as hoped, it's not the end of the world. This practice encourages a perspective shift where you see challenges as manageable rather than overwhelming. By embracing this Stoic technique, you empower yourself to face life's uncertainties with a calm and prepared mind, transforming potential fears into manageable possibilities. Remember, visualizing the worst isn't about expecting it, but about being ready for whatever comes your way, fostering a stronger, more resilient you. Redirecting your energy to productive activities can be a transformative way to cope with the silence of being ignored. Picture this. Instead of letting the thoughts of unanswered messages consume your mind, you decide to invest your time in pursuits that enrich your life. This approach is not just about distraction, it's about channeling your focus towards growth and fulfillment. Imagine taking up a new hobby you've always been curious about, like painting or learning a musical instrument. The beauty of such activities is that they engage your mind and creativity, allowing you to express yourself in new and meaningful ways. Or consider diving into fitness, where the physical exertion not only benefits your health but also releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that enhance your mood. These pursuits act as anchors, drawing you back to the present and reducing the mental space available for ruminating over someone's silence. Skill development offers another enriching avenue. Whether it's acquiring a new language or honing a professional skill, these efforts not only improve your capabilities but also fortify your confidence and self-esteem. Imagine the satisfaction of crafting something with your own hands or mastering a skill that once seemed challenging. As you engage in these activities, you'll find that your self-worth becomes increasingly tied to your own accomplishments and growth rather than the reactions of others. By choosing to redirect your energy towards these rewarding endeavors, you cultivate a more resilient mindset. You transform waiting time into growth time, and in doing so, you elevate your life with purpose and joy. This Stoic-inspired redirection encourages a proactive approach, fostering a sense of achievement and inner peace even amidst life's uncertainties. Remember, the energy you invest in yourself today becomes the foundation for a stronger, more fulfilled you tomorrow. Maintaining healthy boundaries is an essential aspect of preserving your well-being and ensuring that interactions remain respectful and balanced. Imagine boundaries as invisible lines that define what you are comfortable with and what you are not, acting as a protective shield for your mental and emotional health. By setting clear boundaries, you communicate your needs and limits, making it clear what is acceptable and what is not. This clarity fosters mutual respect and understanding, reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings or discomfort in your relationships. When someone ignores you, it's important to recognize that maintaining your boundaries is not only about safeguarding yourself, but also about promoting healthier connections. By asserting your boundaries, you create an environment where both parties can engage openly and respectfully without fear of overstepping. This doesn't mean erecting walls that shut others out, but rather establishing a healthy framework within which interactions can flourish. Consider the scenario where you express your need for space or clarity when communication seems lacking. This act not only protects your peace, but also encourages the other person to reflect on how they engage with you, ultimately fostering a more mindful and considerate relationship. It's essential to remember that boundaries are not about alienating others, but about honoring your own needs while respecting others. By doing this, you cultivate relationships that are grounded in mutual respect and understanding, allowing for genuine connections that enrich your life. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is a vital practice in ensuring that your interactions are nourishing and aligned with your values, empowering you to navigate your relationships with confidence and grace. Find supportive relationships because, as the Stoics wisely taught, strength is often found in the company of those who genuinely respect and value us. Imagine the warmth and encouragement that comes from being surrounded by people who truly appreciate you for who you are. These relationships provide a solid foundation, much like a sturdy bridge that helps you cross over life's turbulent waters. When faced with the discomfort of being ignored, turning towards those who uplift you can be incredibly empowering. It's these meaningful connections that remind you of your worth, offering comfort and perspective. By fostering relationships with individuals who respect your boundaries and acknowledge your values, you cultivate a network of support that is both nurturing and empowering. Picture yourself as part of a community where each person contributes to the well-being of others, much like stones that form a robust wall. This network not only serves as a protective shield against external pressures, but also as a source of inspiration and courage. So, seek out those who bring positivity into your life, who challenge you to grow, and who stand by you in both your successes and struggles. When you prioritize these connections, you build a circle of trust and understanding that enhances your personal resilience and inner peace. Remember, the company you keep plays a pivotal role in shaping your journey, and by choosing those who value and respect you, you fortify your path with genuine support and strength. Cultivating inner peace is akin to finding an oasis of calm amid the chaos of external events. Imagine grounding yourself in a sense of tranquility that remains unshaken, no matter the storm raging around you. When you nurture inner peace, the noise of being ignored loses its volume, allowing you to maintain your composure and clarity. One powerful way to cultivate this inner stillness is through meditation. Picture yourself setting aside a few moments each day to sit quietly, your breath steady and your mind gently focused on the present moment. As you concentrate on each inhale and exhale, you start to release the tension and worries that have been clinging to you. This practice not only soothes the mind, but also trains it to return to a place of calm whenever you feel stressed. Another tool for fostering inner peace is reflective journaling, where you express your thoughts and emotions freely on paper. Imagine the relief that comes with disentangling your feelings and gaining insight into your inner world. This process can be likened to decluttering a cluttered room, leaving you with a clear space to cultivate harmony and understanding. Through journaling, you may uncover patterns and gain clarity on what truly matters to you, reinforcing your resilience against external disturbances. In essence, nurturing inner peace equips you with the strength to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and confidence. By embracing these practices, you create a sanctuary within yourself, one that remains untroubled by external influences. Remember, inner peace is not the absence of conflict, but rather the ability to remain centered amidst it, providing a firm foundation for personal growth and fulfillment. Acknowledge impermanence, a fundamental tenet of Stoicism that teaches us the transient nature of all things. Imagine life as a flowing river, constantly moving and changing, never staying the same. This perspective invites us to recognize that whatever situation we find ourselves in, especially moments of being ignored, is not permanent. Consider the relief that comes from understanding this truth, that even the discomfort of silence is just a passing phase. By accepting impermanence, we liberate ourselves from the grip of stress and anxiety, realizing that today's worries will eventually dissolve with time. Picture the tension lifting as you remind yourself that everything, both joy and hardship, ebbs and flows with the rhythm of life. This mindset fosters a sense of calm and resilience, allowing you to approach each situation with patience and a sense of perspective. Imagine facing the uncertainty of being ignored not as a permanent state, but as a fleeting moment in your life's journey. By embracing this Stoic view, you equip yourself with the mental fortitude to navigate life's uncertainties with grace. It's about shifting focus from what is momentarily lacking to the broader scope of your life, rich with varied experiences and opportunities. So the next time you feel the weight of being overlooked, remember the ocean's waves, they crash and then they recede. Similarly, acknowledging impermanence empowers you to stay grounded, knowing that this too shall pass, allowing you to refocus on the aspects of life that bring you joy and fulfillment. Adapt and adjust, for this Stoic principle encourages an openness to change and a willingness to modify our approach when faced with silence or being ignored. Picture yourself as a river flowing around obstacles instead of getting stuck or overwhelmed by them. This ability to adapt not only reflects resilience but also paves the way for innovative and constructive responses. Imagine being ignored not as a dead end, but as a chance to reassess and explore new pathways. Maybe it's an opportunity to rethink how you communicate or to understand better what you truly seek from the relationship. By viewing these moments as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, you foster a mindset that is both flexible and insightful. Consider how some of the most successful people have thrived by adapting to new challenges, learning from each experience and evolving with the changes. This adaptability is a hallmark of Stoic wisdom, inviting us to embrace life's unpredictability with a spirit of learning and growth. It's about maintaining a balance between staying true to your values while being open to adjusting your strategies as needed. By choosing to adapt and adjust, you empower yourself to turn potential setbacks into opportunities for creativity and self-improvement. So, the next time you encounter the discomfort of being ignored, remember to allow the winds of change to guide your sails, transforming adversity into a journey of discovery and innovation. Learning from experience is a cornerstone of personal growth and a principle deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Imagine each interaction, even those laden with silence, as a wellspring of lessons waiting to be uncovered. When faced with being ignored, instead of viewing it as a setback, what if you considered it a unique opportunity to gain insights into your communication style, expectations, and emotional responses? This shift in perspective transforms each encounter into a valuable teacher, guiding you towards greater wisdom. One practical strategy is to engage in reflective practice. Picture yourself taking a moment to step back and analyze the situation objectively. Ask yourself questions like, what did I hope to achieve, and why might it have unfolded differently than expected? By doing so, you gain clarity on your motivations and how they align with your goals. Another approach is to seek feedback when appropriate. Imagine reaching out to a trusted friend or mentor to gain a broader perspective on the dynamics at play. Their observations can offer invaluable insights, helping you to fine-tune your approach in future interactions. Additionally, consider maintaining a journal where you document your thoughts, emotions, and the lessons gleaned from each experience. This practice not only helps solidify the insights but also serves as a reference for future situations. By extracting and implementing these lessons, you enhance your ability to respond effectively and with greater understanding. Embracing this Stoic principle allows you to turn even the most challenging encounters into stepping stones for personal and emotional development. Remember, the true value of any experience lies in the wisdom you derive from it, empowering you to navigate life's complexities with a more informed and balanced perspective. Recognize humanity because amidst the complexities of relationships, it's crucial to remember that everyone, including women who might seem to overlook you, is inherently human, subject to flaws and personal struggles. Imagine the freedom that comes from understanding that just like you, others are navigating their own challenges and uncertainties. By acknowledging this shared human experience, you open the door to empathy and understanding. Picture this: a person who hasn't responded may be overwhelmed with their own life or dealing with emotions they're not yet ready to express. When you view these situations through a lens of empathy, you allow yourself to step back from personalizing their actions. This shift in perspective can reduce feelings of resentment and transform your approach from one of disappointment to one of compassion. It's about realizing that everyone is on their own journey, with moments of grace and moments of challenge. By embracing this Stoic principle, you foster a mindset that is patient and understanding, recognizing that errors are a natural part of the human condition. This understanding not only enriches your interactions but also fortifies your emotional resilience. Imagine the impact of practicing kindness even when met with silence. It not only soothes your own heart but also creates a space for authentic and respectful connections to bloom. Remember, recognizing humanity in others doesn't mean excusing hurtful behavior, but it does allow for a more balanced and empathetic response. By holding this awareness, you cultivate a deeper connection with both yourself and those around you, enhancing your ability to navigate the complexities of relationships with wisdom and grace. Using humor to diffuse tension is like opening a window to let in a fresh breeze, instantly lightening the mood and shifting perspectives. Imagine the power of a well-timed joke or a light-hearted comment to ease the discomfort of being ignored. Humor, when used thoughtfully, can transform a tense or awkward situation into one filled with laughter and connection. It serves as a reminder not to take everything too seriously and that even in silence there is room for lightness. Picture this: a playful quip or gentle self-deprecation can dissolve the pressure that builds up when communication hits a snag. By laughing at the situation or even at ourselves, we create an atmosphere where emotions like frustration or disappointment lose their grip. Humor works its magic by encouraging us to see things from a different angle, often revealing the absurdity in our own expectations or fears. Consider the tension you feel as a balloon slowly expanding. The right touch of humor can be the pin that pops it, relieving the pressure and bringing a sense of relief. This doesn't mean making light of serious issues, but rather finding the funny side in everyday miscommunications or misunderstandings. In doing so, humor becomes a powerful tool for maintaining perspective and emotional balance. Imagine sharing a humorous anecdote about your own experiences with being ignored or making a humorous observation about the situation. This approach not only eases your own emotional load, but also invites others to join in the laughter, fostering a shared sense of humanity and understanding. So next time you find yourself in the silence, try a smile or a playful comment, and watch as the tension begins to melt away, revealing an opportunity for connection and growth. By embracing humor, you cultivate resilience, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Reflect on the nature of desire, as the Stoics wisely teach us that desire is often fleeting and transient. Imagine the yearning for someone's attention as a passing cloud. It might seem significant in the moment, but is it truly aligned with your deeper needs and values? The Stoic perspective invites us to examine the roots of our desires. Why do we crave acknowledgement from others, and what fulfillment do we seek through it? By asking ourselves these questions, we gain clarity on whether our desires are genuine or simply distractions from what truly matters. Consider if the desire for attention stems from a need for validation, or if it masks other unaddressed emotions or insecurities. Reflect on whether this desire aligns with your authentic self and the person you aspire to be. In doing so, you create an opportunity to redirect your focus towards goals and values that genuinely enrich your life. Understanding the fleeting nature of desire allows you to navigate your emotions with greater wisdom and discernment. Imagine freeing yourself from the perpetual pursuit of external approval and instead channeling your energy into nurturing relationships and pursuits that are meaningful and fulfilling to you. This shift not only liberates you from the grip of temporary whims, but also strengthens your resilience and self-awareness. By embracing the Stoic teaching on desire, you cultivate a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment, drawing your contentment from within rather than from the validation of others. Remember, the path to true happiness lies in aligning your desires with your core values and focusing on what genuinely matters in the grand tapestry of your life. Embrace compassion, for it acts as a gentle balm, easing the sting of being ignored. Imagine viewing yourself and others through a lens of kindness and empathy, recognizing the shared struggles and imperfections that unite us all. This Stoic principle invites us to treat ourselves with the same understanding and grace we would offer a friend. When you find yourself facing silence instead of letting it erode your self-esteem, think about the importance of self-compassion. Picture this: acknowledging your emotions without judgment, allowing yourself to feel without being harsh or critical. This kindness towards oneself nurtures resilience, enabling you to maintain a balanced and peaceful state of mind. It reminds you that your worth is not determined by someone else's actions, but by the inherent strength and goodness within you. Equally important is extending compassion to others. Imagine considering that the person who seems to overlook you might be dealing with their own challenges. Perhaps they are overwhelmed, distracted, or unsure. By choosing to respond with understanding rather than anger or resentment, you foster an environment of empathy and connection. This shift in perspective transforms potential resentment into an opportunity for growth and genuine interaction. Embracing compassion helps soften the emotional impact of being ignored, replacing frustration with patience and understanding, both for yourself and for others. By weaving this Stoic practice into your life, you cultivate a mindset that is open, kind, and resilient, ultimately enhancing your ability to navigate life's complexities with grace and wisdom. Remember, compassion is not just an act, it is a way of being, one that enriches both your inner world and the relationships you cherish. Developing emotional intelligence is like tuning into a deeper frequency of understanding within yourself and others. Imagine the advantage of truly grasping the nuances of emotions, not just your own but also those of the people around you. Emotional intelligence equips you with the ability to navigate the complex emotional landscapes we all encounter. It enhances your capacity to understand why you feel a certain way and how those feelings influence your thoughts and actions. This insight is invaluable when dealing with the discomfort of being ignored. By increasing your emotional intelligence, you gain a clearer view of the emotional cues and responses in yourself and others, allowing for more thoughtful and effective interactions. One practical tip to hone this skill is through active listening. Picture yourself fully engaged in a conversation, giving your complete attention to what the other person is expressing, not just with words but also through non-verbal cues like tone and body language. This level of attentiveness fosters deeper connections and understanding. Another key aspect is empathy, the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Imagine the power of relating to someone's emotions and experiences, offering a perspective that bridges differences and builds rapport. By practicing empathy, you cultivate a nurturing environment where people feel seen and heard. Remember, emotional intelligence is not about controlling or suppressing emotions, but about recognizing and interpreting them correctly. This skill enhances your ability to manage emotions in a constructive way, reducing the likelihood of being overwhelmed by them in moments of tension or silence. Through emotional intelligence, you learn to respond rather than react, creating a space for growth and mutual respect. By embracing this Stoic principle, you empower yourself to engage with the world around you in a more thoughtful and meaningful manner, transforming potential misunderstandings into opportunities for greater insight and harmony. Stay committed to self-care because it is the cornerstone of maintaining balance and resilience in the face of life's challenges, including the discomfort of being ignored. Imagine self-care as the nurturing foundation that supports your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, much like the roots that sustain a thriving tree. Prioritizing your health in these three areas ensures that you are equipped to handle the ups and downs of relationships and daily life with strength and clarity. Let's start with physical health, which can be maintained by regular exercise, nourishing your body with wholesome foods, and ensuring adequate rest. Picture how these practices energize your body, fostering a sense of vitality and readiness to embrace each day. Now consider mental well-being, which involves stimulating your mind through learning, engaging in hobbies you love, and taking time for relaxation and reflection. Imagine how these activities sharpen your intellect and provide an outlet for creativity and joy. Lastly, emotional health is nurtured by acknowledging your feelings, seeking support when needed, and practicing mindfulness or meditation. Picture this: each time you honor your emotions and allow yourself to process them, you build resilience and emotional clarity. By committing to these self-care routines, you create a holistic shield that guards against the erosion of confidence and self-worth. It's about recognizing that your value is inherent and independent of others' actions. This commitment to self-care not only enriches your life but also empowers you to engage with the world from a place of strength and authenticity. Remember, self-care is not indulgence, it's essential. By investing time in yourself, you nurture a robust foundation that enhances your resilience, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. Embrace the path of virtue, because at the heart of Stoicism lies the ideal of living a life aligned with virtue. Imagine virtue as the guiding star that leads you through the uncertainties and challenges of life, including the moments when you feel ignored or undervalued. Virtue in Stoic philosophy encompasses qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, and it is through these that we find the strength to respond with integrity and grace. Picture this: faced with silence or rejection, instead of reacting with bitterness or distress, you choose to act in accordance with your values and principles. This decision not only preserves your dignity but also reinforces your self-worth, independent of external validation. By striving to embody virtue in your interactions, you cultivate a character that is both resilient and compassionate. You see, living virtuously means prioritizing what is right over what is convenient, understanding that true fulfillment comes from within. Reflect on how embodying these Stoic virtues can transform your perspective, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Consider each situation as a chance to practice these virtues, enhancing your ability to maintain inner peace and composure. Through virtue, you build a life that is rich with meaning and purpose, where your actions reflect the highest expression of your true self. Embracing the path of virtue guides you to respond to life's uncertainties with wisdom and strength, fostering both personal growth and authentic relationships. By living a virtuous life, you uphold the Stoic ideal, finding fulfillment not in the fleeting approval of others, but in the enduring satisfaction of a life well lived, grounded in integrity and purpose. In summary, Stoic strategies offer a profound way to navigate the discomfort of being ignored. From embracing a Stoic mindset and focusing on what you can control, to practicing emotional detachment and valuing supportive relationships, these principles guide you to respond with grace and resilience. The wisdom of Stoicism teaches us to maintain inner peace through gratitude, adaptive thinking, and acknowledgement of life's impermanence. By adopting these teachings, you empower yourself to transform life's challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. We encourage you to apply these Stoic principles not only in moments of being ignored, but in various life situations that call for clarity and composure. We'd love to hear how Stoicism has impacted your life, so feel free to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to stay updated with more content like this. Remember to reflect on how these timeless teachings can be woven into your daily routine, enhancing your journey towards a life rich with purpose and fulfillment. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon.